Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be using the Wendy Vechii Make art set from Rangers, and here you can see you've got the stamps which come in stamp in 2 layers, some stencils and the dies. Now I'm just using my Rare Earth stamping card, popping it in my We Are Memory Keeper stamp press, which I must admit I'm not very impressed with. I wish I had got a different one, but I picked this up second hand and I think something must be missing, so I have another one on order from different make. Now this time I decided to use my Arteza alcohol markers, but I wasn't overly impressed with the results, as you'll see. That layer doesn't look too bad. It's when I go in with the second layer, you'll see it goes quite blotchy. And you'll also see I forgot to put the centre in first before this. So as you can see, it is a little blotchy. And I just realised I'd forgotten the centerpiece, so I'm just popping that in. Better late than never. Used the chisel end of these, then I decided to go back in and stamp over again and see if that would make a difference to the overall image. Just trying to work out the right way round. Picking it up again, just going over it again with the pen. Decided to go over it with a brown shade this time, a light brown. But again, it's still blotchy, but I think that is solely down to where I'm getting ink, and it's not on the lines, but I'm pressing too hard and it's picking it up or it's leaking out, one of the two. Now I'm going to go on and use the leaves that come with these. Which I wasn't overly impressed with. They don't seem to work so good with the lighter shades. Or I didn't get enough ink on. Possibly the second. Now I'm just going over with the overlay stamp that puts the fine details in. I did this in a darker shade of green. Just pressing it down to get the detail on. As you can see, it doesn't actually look too bad once I've got the detail on. Just a shame there wasn't a bit more green at the ends. Now this time I'm going to use my Hunky Dory Prism watermarkers. They're watercolour and they're a brush marker. Just putting some paper under it to see if it'll help me. Just going in there with a lovely pink shade, and as you'll see, this stamps beautifully. I went over it again because obviously it missed some areas, but as you see, I didn't do the whole stamp, and that to me is beautiful. Totally forgot about the centerpiece. As you can see, I've not done a very good job of cleaning my stamp either. Just getting that in the right position. Now just going in with a darker shade of pink. Getting all the lines, all the details in. And voila, that is beautiful. I absolutely love the way this one's come out. Now I've just picked 2 green shades from my leaf, a lighter and a darker shade. Just going to ink those up with the pens. These pens are really affordable and they've worked really well for this. And I have actually used them for watercolouring as well. And they've come out quite nicely. Just going to put the details in now with the line stamp. Now you have it, beautiful leaves. I now decided to do the butterfly that came with the set, but the lighter shades of the Prism markers don't seem to work as well as the darker ones, as you'll see in a second. So just picking out some colours, decided to go in with 2 violet lilac shades. Could never tell the difference. As you can see, this is very, very patchy. Might be me, might just have not put enough ink on. But I went in for a second go and still made no difference really. Put the outline on to see if that would make much of a difference. And this one will end up in the bin. Not my finest stamping moment. Just doing the outlines with a darker purple. Beautiful stamps, beautiful pens, just don't want to work together. It's just me trying to use it for totally the wrong thing. As you can see, it's just too blotchy to use. So now I've just had a thought and remembered about my Cosmic Shimmer. The colour cloud inks I've got sitting there. So I've decided to use those. See how they turn out. I did have a really big craft stash. I have been crafting for over 15 years, but I decided to sell it all 5 years ago. Got rid of everything bar a couple of guillotines and paper trimmers, and now I've decided I want to collect it all again, much to my husband's and the bank's distress. But we're slowly but surely building ourselves up. And these Cosmic Shimmer colour clouds are ranged from like £5. I've had some from Create and Craft. I've picked up a couple from Amazon, and I also picked one up from Craft Stash, I believe, and that came in super quick time and I was very impressed. I'll be getting more from there. Or was it Craft Mania? No, I think it's Craft Mania. I'll have to double check that and I'll put it in the details. Just inking this up. To be perfectly honest, I looked at it, thought, well, this isn't going to do any good. Pressed it down, lifted it up, perfect. Couldn't fault it. So now I'm just going in with a second round to try and make it a little darker. Don't forget, if you like these sorts of videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Look at that, beautiful. Totally forgot about the centerpiece and decided to go in with the outline. So rather than having a darker centre, these have ended up with a lighter centre. Just lining up the outer piece. Going in with a darker shade. I think the first shade was a heather. And as you'll see, beautiful outline. Created a beautiful flower. Just clean it all up. Now I'm going to go in with the leaves. 2 different shades of green. One's an aqua and one's a khaki. I'm building a collection of these colour clouds up. I think I've got about 12 or so. So still a little way to go, because I believe there's 34 of them, maybe more than that, but I will get there over time. But I've got a good variety of colours to be going with for now. Stamped perfectly. For these, I shall be using these again. I was going to splash out on a load of ink pads, but Seeing how these work, I don't think I need to. I can just use these instead. Now just going in with that detailed outline. Just finishes it off, brings it to life. As you'll see again, it's perfect. Looks beautiful. Really can't fault it. So now I'm going to do the butterfly. Stamped it perfectly as well again, as you can see. And just going to go in with the outline. For some reason I decided to put pink on top of an orangey yellow. Not sure why, and it's quite a bright, vibrant pink as well. But it worked perfectly. I just could have gone far much better with the colour choices. But it actually looks okay. Thanks for watching.